I'm on a Canvas discussion board to show you how to use the equation editor here. I'm going to start a new post. When you're posting to a discussion board or on the quizzes when you're answering an essay question, you'll have all of these options. So the bold, italics, underline, and so on. The one that we're going to be working with here is the symbol pi. If you click pi, it will insert a math equation. Most of what we're going to be doing in this course can be done in the basic equation editor in Canvas. For example, let's say that we want to compute the square root of a fraction. We'll say 18 over 2. This is equal to the square root of 9, which is equal to 3. When we click Insert Equation, it will give us this nice, neat equation on our discussion board or in your quiz submission. In this course, you are going to see some Greek symbols. Most of these are programmed into the basic equation editor. If we click on the tabs across the top, you'll see more symbols. One of the things you'll be learning to compute this semester is the population mean, which is mu. And the population mean is equal to a fraction of the sum, or capital sigma, all the values divided by the number of values, n. Again, we insert equation, and it gives us a graphic of that equation for your discussion board post or your quiz submission. Unfortunately, there are a few symbols that we're going to be using in the course that are not built into the equation editor. One that you'll see a lot is X bar, so an X with a line across the top. This is the symbol for the sample mean. You can do this in the basic equation editor, but you'll have to write a little bit of LaTeX code. The code is slash, overline, and then space, X. And that will give us X bar, which is equal to the fraction of the sum of all of the values over the sample size n. So that's how we do the X bar. Another symbol that you'll see is p hat, which is a sample proportion. Unfortunately, we can't do this in the basic equation editor. We'll have to go to the advanced view. P hat is slash wide hat space p, and that will give you the p hat. P hat is equal to a fraction. If we go up here and click the fraction, it'll insert in a fraction with n in the numerator, m in the denominator. If you go below, you can see n and m. P hat is equal to the number with the trait to the total number, so we can just replace n and m with x and n and insert that. Then when you post your reply, these will show up as graphics. It's much easier for me to read this than if you're trying to just write it out. You can see p hat over x over n is much easier to read than if you're writing out p hat equals x over n, especially because things will get a little more complicated. We'll learn the standard error of p hat, which would end up being the square root of p hat times 1 minus p hat over n. It's much easier to communicate these formulas using the equation editor.